Emotional control is crucial for navigating the complexities of life. It enables us to respond to challenging situations with composure and grace. When we can manage our emotions effectively, we create a more harmonious and fulfilling existence for ourselves and those around us. This essay will delve into the importance of mastering anger, providing practical strategies for keeping our cool and fostering positivity in our lives. Imagine a world where anger dictates our actions and words. It would be a world filled with conflict, resentment, and broken relationships. Uncontrolled anger has the power to destroy lives and leave lasting scars. It is an intense emotional response to a perceived provocation, hurt, or threat. When we allow anger to consume us, we relinquish control over our thoughts, words, and actions. The consequences of unchecked anger can be devastating. It can lead to strained relationships, both personal and professional. In the heat of the moment, angry words can cause irreparable damage, leaving behind feelings of hurt, resentment, and regret. Moreover, chronic anger has been linked to a range of health problems, including hypertension, heart disease, and weakened immune function. It is essential to recognize that anger, while a natural human emotion, should not be allowed to control our lives. Mastering anger is not about suppressing or denying this powerful emotion. Instead, it is about learning to recognize, understand, and manage anger in a healthy and constructive way. By developing emotional intelligence, we can choose how we respond to anger-provoking situations rather than being ruled by our impulses. Unmanaged anger can have far-reaching consequences, impacting various aspects of our lives. One of the most immediate and noticeable effects is the strain it puts on our relationships. When anger flares up, we may say or do things that we later regret, hurting those we care about the most. Over time, these outbursts can erode trust, create distance, and lead to irreparable damage in our personal and professional connections. Beyond its impact on relationships, uncontrolled anger can also take a toll on our physical and mental health. When we experience anger, our bodies go into fight or flight mode, releasing stress hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol. Chronic exposure to these hormones can weaken our immune system, increase our risk of heart disease, and contribute to other health problems. Furthermore, unmanaged anger can hinder our personal and professional growth. It can cloud our judgment, impair our decision-making abilities, and prevent us from thinking clearly and rationally. This can lead to missed opportunities, poor performance, and difficulty in achieving our goals. In extreme cases, uncontrolled anger can have legal and financial consequences. Acts of violence, road rage, and property damage can result in arrest, lawsuits, and other legal troubles. The costs associated with these consequences can be substantial, both financially and emotionally. Section 3. Recognizing the triggers. The first step in managing anger is to identify the triggers that set it off. These triggers can vary significantly from person to person, but some common ones include stress, feeling overwhelmed, lack of sleep, hunger, and physical discomfort. By becoming aware of our personal triggers, we can start to anticipate and manage our anger more effectively. Keeping a journal can be a helpful tool in identifying our anger triggers. Each time we feel anger rising, we can jot down the date, time, situation, and our emotional and physical responses. By reviewing our anger log regularly, we can begin to notice patterns and identify the specific triggers that consistently provoke our anger. Once we have a better understanding of our triggers, we can start to develop strategies for avoiding or minimizing our exposure to them. For example, if we know that traffic jams are a major trigger for us, we can try to adjust our commute times or find alternative routes to avoid rush hour. If lack of sleep tends to make us more irritable, we can prioritize getting enough rest. Section 4. The power of mindfulness. In the realm of anger management, mindfulness emerges as a potent tool. empowering individuals to navigate the complexities of this powerful emotion with grace and composure. By practicing mindfulness, we can develop a deeper understanding of our emotional triggers and learn to respond to them in a more balanced and thoughtful manner. At its core, mindfulness involves cultivating a state of non-judgmental awareness of the present moment, which means paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations as they arise, without trying to change or judge them. Acknowledging our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without getting swept away by them is crucial. This practice helps us to stay grounded and centered, even in the face of challenging emotions like anger. When anger arises, mindfulness provides a space between the stimulus and our reaction, creating a moment of pause that allows us to choose a more constructive response. This space is where we can find the freedom to act with intention rather than react impulsively. Allowing us to observe the anger without immediately reacting to it, mindfulness helps us to see the situation more clearly and respond in a way that aligns with our values and long-term goals. By integrating mindfulness into our daily lives, we can transform our relationship with anger and cultivate a more peaceful and harmonious existence. This pause, however fleeting, can be transformative. Instead of being controlled by our anger, we become curious observers, noticing the physical sensations, thoughts, and urges that accompany it. Through regular mindfulness practice, we develop a greater capacity to observe our anger without judgment. This practice involves paying close attention to our thoughts and emotions as they arise, without getting caught up in them or reacting impulsively. Recognizing anger as a temporary state of mind rather than an overwhelming force is crucial. This shift in perspective allows us to choose our responses more consciously, rather than being driven by automatic reactions. By observing our anger mindfully, we can understand its root causes and triggers. Breaking free from reactive patterns that may have fueled anger in the past becomes possible. Mindfulness can be cultivated through various practices, including meditation, deep breathing exercises, and mindful stretching. These practices help us stay grounded and centered, even in the face of strong emotions. Mindful movement activities like yoga or Tai Chi also play a significant role. These activities not only enhance physical well-being, but also promote mental clarity and emotional balance. By incorporating these practices into our daily lives, we create a routine that supports our overall well-being. We gradually develop a greater sense of self-awareness and emotional regulation. This heightened awareness allows us to notice early signs of anger and address them before they escalate. It also helps us to respond to others with empathy and understanding, empowering us to navigate challenging situations with greater ease. As we continue to practice mindfulness, we build resilience and the ability to handle stress more effectively. This not only improves our relationships, but also enhances our overall quality of life. Section 5. Deep breathing, your secret weapon. Deep breathing is a simple yet powerful technique that can be practiced anywhere, anytime. Whether you're at home, at work, or out in nature, this method can help you regain your composure and find inner peace. In the heat of the moment, when anger threatens to overwhelm us, deep breathing emerges as a readily available and remarkably effective tool for regaining control. It allows us to pause, take a step back, and respond to situations with a clearer mind. Our breath serves as a direct link to our nervous system, and by consciously altering our breathing patterns, we can influence our body's physiological response to stress and anger. Deep, slow breaths can activate the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting relaxation and reducing the fight-or-flight response. When we experience anger, our breathing tends to become shallow and rapid, perpetuating the body's stress response. By shifting to deep, controlled breaths, we can break this cycle, calm our mind, and soothe our body. This simple practice can be your secret weapon in managing emotions and maintaining balance in your daily life. To practice deep breathing, find a comfortable seated or standing position. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. Inhale slowly and deeply through your nose, allowing your abdomen to expand like a balloon. Hold the breath for a couple of seconds, and then exhale slowly and completely through your mouth, feeling your abdomen contract. Repeat this process for several minutes, focusing on the sensation of your breath entering and leaving your body. As you continue to breathe deeply, you'll likely notice a sense of calmness washing over you, effectively reducing the intensity of your anger.